Hello again. Are you looking for research methodology? Are you trying to write a research? In the last video, we have talked about research philosophy. And research philosophy has three branches. One is ontology, second one epistemology, and third one is axiology. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get the notification whenever I upload a new video and when I'm going live. On this channel, we are going to talk about research methodology in the most simplified way. Also, there is a link in description where you can find the Simplified Research Proposal book and the Simplified Research Methodology book. Now let's talk about ontology. What is ontology? So the first branch of research philosophy is ontology. So what does that mean? If we break down this word ontology, it is ontos and logy. Ontology. Ontos means that being existence is the knowledge exist, or does the knowledge exist? Now, in that as well, we got two branches. One is realism and one is relativism. So, what does that realism and relativism means? Before that, let's look into ontology again. So, ontology means ontos, existence, and logy is study. So, the study of existence is ontology. So the first branch in the philosophy is ontology, the study of existence. In philosophy, we were talking about the love for knowledge, love for wisdom. So if we have, or if somebody have, or if you have love for wisdom, how you are going to make sure that where the wisdom is it real or is it relative? So what is realism and relativism means here? Realism means any object you can have is physical, which means if we do any test that it is made by plastic, if we do any experiment on it, it will give the result that yes, it is made by plastic. Anything which is in the physical world, for example, sun rises from east, that is a reality and everybody knows about it. You do an experiment on that, wake up every day early morning 5 o'clock and check where is the sun rising from east or not. It will be rising from east every morning. So that is a reality which we cannot change. That is the reality, which is one side of ontology. The other side of ontology is that reality could be based on people, different views of the people. So for as an example, you are asking some people that what do you think about sun rises from east or not, and some people might say no, it rises from west. Some people might say yes, it rises from east. That it, which means the reality of those people is different. Some people think is rising from east, some people think is rising from west. Even though the people who are thinking that is rise from west, it is wrong. So in reality, the actual answer, the correct answer would be that the sun rises from the east, so which is realism. If you do any experiment, it will remain same. In relativism, when we don't have a set answer, we are not talking about any physical things, physical instruments, then what is going to happen? The people are going to give different answers to that. For example, again, if I ask that what do you think, is it going to rain today, some people might say oh yes, it looks like it's going to rain. Some people might say no, it doesn't look like. But the people who believe in realism can do the experiments, can calculate the data, can collect the data and analyze the data, and they can say yes, we are very sure that it is going to rain today, so and so time. Now, in relativism, if we think about those two of the different sides of ontology, realism is again about talking about the objects, talking about the material, and that is why it is sometimes called materialistic. So the objectivism and materialism is the branch, or is sometimes used as synonyms of realism, that there is only one reality and we cannot change it. Where in relativism, we are talking about people, we are talking about subjects, and what it says that the people, when we talk to people, when we talk to subjects, which is not objects are on one side, which is realism. When we talk to people, they can come up, they can form a new reality, they can form a new knowledge. So the study of knowledge, study of wisdom can differ from people to people, and that is where constructivism comes in, that we can construct, the people can construct knowledge in a different way. So one side of knowledge is realism, where the knowledge is real, but the other side of knowledge is relativism, where the people can change the existence of the knowledge, existence of something, that in one scenario it is different, in another scenario it is different. So this is ontology is the first branch of philosophy, and philosophy is the love for wisdom, love to seek wisdom. Somebody, or you want to seek wisdom, you want to achieve knowledge, you want to find knowledge, and you want to find wisdom. Ontology is the first branch to understand. If you want to seek wisdom, then what will be the existence of that study? So existence of study, are you going to study objects or are you going to study subjects? That is the main principle of it. The ontology is objects or subject. But some of you might come up with the idea, let's study objects and let's study subjects as well. So subjects, when we study subject, in a very quick overview, obviously we are going to talk about qualitative and quantitative in another video. Very quickly, when we talk about object, it goes towards quantitative, because we are talking about numbers. When we are calculating the time, what time sun is rising, when we are calculating the degree, from which degree the sun is rising every day, maybe in winters, in summers, or in autumn, and or any other weather. And when we are talking about people, we are talking about the qualitative. We are talking about the quality of their knowledge, that they are coming up, they are giving you the data which is related with the quality. So from here we can decide that if we are going for objectivism, that is what we are going to do, lab experiments specifically on objects. But if we are going for relativism, where we can relate understanding of one person to another person to another person to another person, that is qualitative data. So with that, when you understand about ontology, with that you can have a better understanding about, okay, your research is going to be qualitative, your research is going to be quantitative. Mainly in social science, most of the research are qualitative, but there are possibilities that research could be mixed method, where you use qualitative and quantitative both. So before we talk about the next branch of philosophy, which is epistemology, I would request you to subscribe to the channel, and at the same time click the bell icon, so whenever we have new video coming in, or whenever I go live, you get the notification. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video, where we are going to talk about epistemology and how you can decide on your research methodology based on epistemology, ontology, and then later on in axiology. So happy research.